Our speaker this morning, Burt Tansky, Managing Director and Vice Chairman of the Traub Associates, Martin Traub Associates. Chairman, President, and CEO of the Neiman Marcus Group, President and CEO of the Neiman Marcus Stores, President and CEO of Bergdorf Goodman, President and COO of Saks Fifth Avenue, Executive Vice President of Saks Fifth Avenue. But he began his career at Kaufmann's department store in 1961 and had various executive positions before that. He graduated from the University of Pittsburgh and is now a trustee at the University of Pittsburgh. He's on several boards, the Steinmart Stores Corp, the Howard Hughes Corp, the Kleiner Shoes Corporation, and some not-for-profit boards, the Phoenix House, New York, the National Jewish Health and Hospital in Denver, Colorado, Children's Hearing, New York. And he received several awards for all his accomplishments. This is only just a small list, but he was the Retailer of the Year in 2005 by the National Retail Federation. He was awarded the Superstar for the Fashion Group International. He was inducted into the World Retail Hall of Fame in 2009. And he was appointed as the Chevalier de la Legion of Honor of the French government. And he's been honored by many charities over the years. Burt is married, has 2 children and 3 grandchildren. Please welcome Burt Tansky. And Chef Traub is going to be interpreting him.
You want to sit on that side so you can?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, wait a minute. How does this work? Thank you. Is this working? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, and good morning, everyone. There were 2 things that caught my attention. What Dr. Bill didn't say is that he invited me as he had a drill in one hand and a sharp instrument in the other, and he was probing my gums and asking if I would speak. I figured I had 2 choices. No, and the drill would come down and more harshly than usual. Yes, I would probably get through the operation in one piece. The other thing, Michael, thank you for the introduction. For a while there, it started to sound like a memorial service, so it gets a little frightening when you start hearing all the things that have happened. Anyway, Chad, I'm happy to be here, and
to have you here.
We'll chat a little bit about my 50-year experience in the retail industry.
Well, before we get started, would you recommend Bill's dentistry to other people? How's his culture there? Because he never talks about himself.
Let me think about that one for a minute. Now, I would highly recommend that he is for me and for my wife, proven to be a very good dentist, and so far has saved most of our teeth. I'm hoping the rest he can do just as well in the past. So I would recommend him absolutely. Bill, are you passing cards out today?
Burt, before we get started, why don't we discuss and explain what the luxury retail is? There's got to be a definition of the difference between all the stores.
No, there absolutely is. In fact, Bill started to talk a little bit about the differences when he cited the Walmart, Neiman's, and what the customer expectation is. You know, clearly, retail, as all of you know, is made up of level after level after level. It starts low, it goes all the way to the top. Neiman's operates at the very top, and I think represents, and what luxury is for me is, and for Neiman's, is quality, quality, quality. And giving every customer an experience that far exceeds their expectations. It's quality of merchandise mix, timeliness of the merchandise. It's high quality service. Having sales associates who are well-educated, understand the merchandise, understand how to interact with others, and build relationships. And that the level of service that is extended at the luxury level is far beyond what most people even expect anymore in the retail scene. And it's an important ingredient of success. And the third piece is the environment, how the store looks, how it feels, how it's set up, the displays. All of that come together to form luxury. And why is it different than other retailers? Because we drive the business on the back of service and quality and the right merchandise at the right moment. Other stores drive their business on the back of price, price, price. No service. Now, those customers that go to those stores expect price, 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 and no service. Our customers expect service and price at high levels.
Can you give us an example of the difference in services so we have like a story we can relate to?
Well, I think the biggest and the most important aspect of service is how our sales associates interact with their customers.
Okay.
They're expected to build a relationship with a customer. They're expected to work very closely with them, get to know them, and really get to know what their needs are over time. And through that, they build businesses. But while they're building the businesses, they're also getting to know the customer. They're getting to know what they might need, and they start to anticipate their needs, and they're able to provide for them on a very high level. So it's a matter of the sales associates almost being in business for themselves, in a sense, because the most successful, and we have incredibly successful sales associates, they are able to build very high-level businesses on the back of not many customers, but customers who spend, have needs, and our sales associates know what they are and how to best get to them.
What attracted you to Bergdorf and Neiman compared to going to Macy's or anything else? What was it that you liked about that, and what drove you?
Well, it really goes back to my own history. When I started out of school with the department store in Pittsburgh, as Bill had mentioned, I was a trainee, and it was a typical department store, but at a much higher level. It was family-owned. The family was still in place. Although it had been purchased by the May Company in just for the first time send in a management team to start running the company. Mm-hmm. The family was pulling back. And I went through and became a buyer, and then moved on, I left to become a store manager in the Filene's in Boston, which was part of the Federated Department Store Group. And then they transferred me to one of their department stores in Dayton, Ohio. Then, this was the game changer. I was able to be transferred for the next assignment to a store called I. Magnin in San Francisco. And I. Magnin, if any of you remember, was one of the fine luxury stores of this country. They were equal to Saks and Neiman Marcus. And that's when I found out that there is another way of life in the retail world. And I was really enamored with the whole idea of serving an upscale customer and being able to have a customer base that could do what they wanted and buy what they wanted at any given time. And I just love the idea of selling luxury, quality, and the kind of merchandise that I Magnin. From that, I had an opportunity to go to Saks Fifth Avenue, so it was more of the same, then to Bergdorf's, and then to Neiman's. So for me, there was no turning back. Department stores are nice, but I love the folks at the luxury stores.
Neiman is the top of the line in luxury. Would you say that?
I would.
Tell me about the customer, the luxury. What did you notice that was different about them, and how demanding they were, and what they wanted, and things you sold?